The defending national champions take a short trip down I-81 for a weekday evening matchup. It's the Syracuse Orange hosting the number 3 ranked Clarkson Golden Knights. And after tonight, Syracuse will have played the top 3 teams in the entire nation in a span of just under 2 months as they begin to wrap up what has just been a brutal non-conference stretch. Thanks so much for tuning in to tonight's broadcast on Cuse.com alongside James Colgan. I'm Dana Gray, and James, this Clarkson team is coming off what was a whirlwind of a spring. 16 straight victories to end their season, which included a perfect postseason run. It was capped off by a national championship, but the one constant, their goaltender.
Shea Tilley has had plenty of great performances for Clarkson throughout her career, but possibly none better than last season. 6 shutouts for the goaltender, including a 41-save shutout in the national title game against Wisconsin.
It was their second championship in the span of 4 years. They were victors back in 2014 over Minnesota, and they're having a great season already so far. So if SU's going to pull off the upset tonight, they're going to need senior goaltender Abby Miller to step up.
Yeah.
Eastwood tries it hard with Allie Monroe near side. Skated on to by Taylor Turnquist. Looking out in front in the slot. Good stick by Emma Pulaski to get it out to center. Keenan will turn back in her own end. Nifty skating there that fooled the Orange forward. Now starts it back the other way. Turnquist. Taken away from Allie Monroe. Good chemistry there with her defense partner Lindsay Eastwood. Stretch pass for Alicia Burris. Back-to-back breakaways for her. Toe drag shot save made by Tiley. Alicia Burris walked in alone once again. Tried to dangle this time. Shea Tiley just has her number tonight.
You got to feel for Alicia Burris on that first breakaway chance. She ripped a shot right away. That time she tried to dangle all the way around the goaltender. Neither time it worked. Just a great job by Shea Tiley.
Off the draw, Syracuse controls. Alicia Burris, slap shot saved by Tiley with the right pad. Now a rush back the other way. Jaguar has Gable with her. Jaguar pulls up, deflected right out in front, tumbling by the goal line. They score! A funky bounce, and it doesn't go the way of Addie Cohen. She was sprawled out in the blue paint. Looked like it might have been put in by Michaela Pazlova. If it is, it's her second goal of the game, and Clarkson has a 5-0 lead.
And it all starts with that sprawling block by Megan Quinn to try to break up that pass. It pops straight up in the air, and then that fumbling puck all around. So hard for any goaltender to find it. Pazlova able to just turn around and knock it home.
Goal scorers go to the right spot, the dirty areas. That's exactly where Michaela Pazlova has gone twice already this afternoon. Now Stephanie Grassi protecting on the backhand, turns to the forehand, trying to feed Rosewell. She had her stick tied up in the slot. Jaguar in open ice. Lauren Gable now in the offensive zone. Her pass is deflected by DiGirolamo. Olnowich now back out on the ice. That's good to see after tumbling behind the net a few moments ago. Stephanie Grassi looks to go to the backhand. Had it taken away. Seems like Syracuse really amping up its play here as Grassi gets a touch in the blue paint. And once again, Shea Tiley just has had those pads down all evening. There's not a lot of room to go upstairs, and you better not try going down low because those pads are scraped to the ice.
And Shea Tiley just rock solid with her positioning. It's partially because she's just a big body in net. She's able to position herself so well because she sees the ice so well. Syracuse getting those chances, but one of the great things about this Clarkson team is that they just swarm defensively. They're so quick to get to the puck, not allow many chances.
Allie Monroe trips on a drop stick, but she's got it back. Gives it to Eastwood at the blue line. Wrist shot all the way in on net. Still loose in the blue paint. Now gobbled up by Shea Tiley. What a wonderful job by this Clarkson goaltender. With tons of traffic in front of her, she's able to stay calm and find that loose puck before any of the Syracuse players could.
And it was a tumbling shot to start from Lindsay Eastwood, and then it was deflected 2 or 3 times before it got in on Tiley. But a great save there to keep that one out, and it just seems to be a continuation of the theme throughout the night.
Lindsay Eastwood at the red line. 6'1" sophomore from Canada, Ontario, leading all Syracuse defensemen in scoring with 2 goals and 8 points. Had a couple of good chances to get Syracuse on the board this evening. Now falling down is Megan Hector, and Syracuse can start the rush back the other way. Logan Hicks dangling into the zone, sticked away momentarily by Boyle, who traps it around all the way. Megan Quinn straight off the bench, and she'll hop on it.
And, there's never a bad time for an odd man rush, but if there was, it would be right at the end of your shift as you're just looking to get a change. That was exactly where that one happened for Logan Hicks and the Syracuse offense. All players all at the end of their shift, and a tough break for them.
Mariani into the offensive zone. Shot is gobbled up by Megan Quinn. She had it tucked under her jersey, held it for as long as she could. Curled behind by Cassidy Vinkel. Now left for the captain, Harmon. Still with it, looking for options. Pinned up against the boards, but able to backhand it down low. Christy Pigeon stapled in, and the puck's taken away by Kristen Siermacheski. Nice dangle move to get it out to center. Alicia Burris greeted quickly, and the puck battle won by Ryan McGill. Lead pass up ice for Pigeon. Feeds to left side. Wrist shot save made by Cohen right off her mask. One of the most painful saves that she'll ever have to make in her career, but she got it. Keeps it a 5-0 game. Harmon now by the near side circle. Walking in, showing the patience. Now out to the top. Shelton bumps it down low off the stick. Siermacheski waiting for it at the goal line. Looks for Megan Quinn. Syracuse really could use a change here, but it's turned over once again. Skated onto by Christy Pigeon. A lot of tired skaters out there for Syracuse, and they still can't get a change. Vinkel dangling through the legs of Rennie. Clemac had it taken away, and Megan Quinn has to skate back into her own net. Pigeon, another long shift for her, but it's been in the offensive zone. Cutting in towards the slot. Rolls now over to Tia Stoddard, the freshman from California. Out to the top, and it goes in and out of the skates of Harmon. And boy, is that a nice gift for the Orange. At least they can change some of their forward line. Still a tired defense pairing out there. Megan Quinn not able to clear the zone. Leffler to wrap it all the way around. The offensive zone time mounting for Clarkson. To the top, Avery Mitchell walks the blue line. Posebaum's shot deflected after Rosewell greeted her at the blue line. Just under 1 minute to go in the second period. 5-0 lead for Clarkson, looking to expand on it here in this last few moments of the second period. A wonderful shift so far. Stephanie Grassi dangerously through the slot. Megan Quinn's been out there for a good 2 or 3 minutes. Their partner Siermacheski. Syracuse could just use an icing here. Leffler once again tumbles it all the way in. And now Megan Quinn can finally clear the zone just as far as center. Under 30 to go in the second. Siermacheski has it tied up with Leffler. Two aside battling in the neutral zone, and Rosewell to dingle it out. Going 1 against 2, dangles into the offensive zone, pulls up, leaves for Grassi, shoots, shoulder save made by Tiley. Rebound put all the way back to the point, and Olnowich had vacated their spot. Has to revamp. Looks for the lead pass of Rosewell. Thought about chipping it in. Now gains the blue line on the backhand. Feeds through the slot, and the clock runs out on the second period. Frustration for the Orange. They trail 5-0 after 2 periods of play to Clarkson. 3-0 was the scoreline after 1, courtesy of those 3 quick goals at the end of the first period. Coach Paul Flanagan goes with the goalie change, and Addie Cohen gives up 2. That's where our score line stands after 40 minutes of play. We're going to step aside for a few moments, but when we come back, we'll bring you the stats and highlights and get you all caught up on the action for the first 40 and bring you the remaining third period right here on Cuse.com.
Well, thanks so much, Meredith. Down here in sunny Charlottesville, Virginia. Start of the third quarter, Syracuse 7, Virginia 5. Right now, a possible upset in the making to open ACC play. Alongside James Colgan, I'm Dana Gray. So happy to be bringing you this one on a gorgeous Sunday afternoon where the Orange offense was fantastic in that opening half hour. We'll see if they can carry the momentum over, though, into the second half against the 4th-ranked Cavaliers. The Orange enter today ranked 12th in the coaches' poll. Varela once again will meet Schwenk at X, right at the center of the turf. Syracuse in their road orange uniforms with the white lettering. Virginia in their home whites with blue lettering and some orange trim. Varela and Schwenk each with their right knee down right in front of the orange V at the center marker. Ball is placed down on the ground. Varela fights for it. He falls down on all fours, and that will draw a whistle. Syracuse to possess to begin the third quarter, already leading by 2 goals. Brett Kennedy, he holds at the midfield. 2 goals for the freshman. First 2 goals of his collegiate career, and they come against the number 4 team in the country. On the far side, slowly possessing with it is Peter Dirth. Drops it off in the middle for Trimboli. as John Desko gets out the substitutions that he wants. Tucker Dordovic jogging around the cage now at X. 2 goals for the freshman. Twirls out on the far side, looking for options. Dumps it off back into the midfield for Peter Dirth, who returns the favor. They play catch right at midfield. 40 seconds gone in the third quarter. Syracuse leads 7-5. Peter Dirth passes behind the net. Stephen Rafis coming out the far side, whips a pass across. Now a shot comes through and they score! Tucker Dordovic have a hat trick, and the Orange has a 3-goal lead.
And the hattie for Tucker Dordovic comes the way the other 2 goals came for Tucker Dordovic today on a just beautiful finish on a bounce shot in on net. He just seems to have those angles figured out on the lower third of the net. He seems to be picking his spots perfectly. Nothing Rode can do there. Just a nice finish from a really talented young player.
You have to feel for a freshman goaltender when he's got a lot of offensive weapons coming right at him. That time it was Dordovic's third. The hat trick for him. Syracuse leads 8-5, 1 minute into the third quarter. Varello does battle once again with Schwenk, and this time it's the sophomore for Virginia who wins it, and he's knocked down to the turf. He's slow to get up. A flag on the ground, and Virginia back the other way. Into the attacking third. Kraus has it on the far side. Now near side swings it for Herring. A sharp angle try. Save made by Dom Madonna, denying Ian Laviano on the doorstep.
And Laviano scored a goal there earlier today from a very similar spot, almost exactly in that same spot. Couldn't finish that one that time, but a good play there for Virginia. Now they're going to get the man-up opportunity.
Man-up unit comes out onto the green for the Cavaliers, trailing by 3 goals. This would be a good time to score one of those. Brett Kennedy, he gets a 1-minute penalty. This is going to be tough. The Cavaliers, they've been averaging 15.5 goals per game, just at 5 right now. You'd have to think this man-up opportunity is a good time to cut into that. All right, right back underway. 13:40 to go in the third quarter. Syracuse 8, Virginia 5, and on the man-up. Mikey Herring straight away, passes over for Kraus. Adex behind the net, it's Laviano. Laviano now comes out the near side. Aitken with it, they play catch, surveying their options with 40 seconds to go on the penalty. Near side, now straight away, Mikey Herring. Passing over, Herring gets it right back. At the top, pass inside, deflected into the netting of Dom Madonna, and he starts the outlet back the other way. Great penalty killing so far for Syracuse as the ball is whacked out. A penalty, though, and Syracuse is going to get possession. The UVA fans can't believe it. And with 20 seconds only remaining on this penalty, it looks like the Orange might have killed it off.
And I'm going to have to agree with the Virginia fans on that one. That looked like a perfect check by Michael Kraus. Not sure how that one was ruled to stay possession with Syracuse. Looked like he just made the right play on the stick and knocked that one out. Regardless, the Orange benefits from it, though. We'll see if they can convert on something offensively here.
The full 1-minute penalty killed off to Brett Kennedy. The freshman can breathe a sigh of relief, and Syracuse is back to the even strength. 12:35 to go in the third quarter and a 3-goal lead. Jamie Trimboli streaking down the right side. Hands off behind the net for Nate Solomon. Solomon looking for options. Feeds a pass out for Dordovic. He shoots, and a save made by Rode. Freshman goalie got the best of him this time after Dordovic had scored past him thrice earlier in this game. Rode able to make a nice stop and keep this at just a 3-goal deficit. 12 minutes to go in the third quarter. John Fox trying to swagger his way into the attacking third on the far alley. Substitutions for both teams underway. Right off the bench comes Dox Aitken. 2 goals for him already in regulation. Aitken straight away, defended hard by Marcus Cunningham. He flips a pass back, and that gets out of the way from Mike DeMario. No harm done. DeMario on a 15-game point streak. Scored 7 goals in one game last year against Drexel. Now has it on the far side. Cradling on his forehand, feeds a pass out in front, in and out for Matt Emery. He was ready to rifle that one home. One problem, he didn't have the ball. Syracuse back the other way with transition. 11:20 to go in the third quarter. 8-5 for the Orange.
Seemed like Matt Emery just took his eye off the ball for a split second there. He's done that play so many times in his career, just looking for the easy finish right in front of the net, and just didn't see that one all the way in. Misses the ball, and Syracuse takes over.
Ryan Simmons possessing at X. Now turns on the Jets to come out the far side. Back into the midfield for Curry, playing catch with Matt Lane. Lane had a hat trick last year against the Cavaliers, along with Solomon, that 14-3 win for the Orange. Now Curry, dodging on the far side, passes it back for Simmons. Ball gets away from Matt Lane. He has to run all the way back to the midfield line. Syracuse still with possession, though. No shot clock yet. 10:40 to go in the third quarter. The Orange leads 8-5. Starts the drive from the alley. Takes a stick right up in the midsection. Able to possess, though, and now curls all the way back. The Syracuse offense has the luxury of playing with a little bit of a patient approach with the 3-goal lead. Curry now from the near side. Goal line extended. Pass behind for Lane. Feeds out top for Bomberry. Bomberry switches positions. Now Solomon on his forehand. He shoots, and a save made by Rode. Ball still loose on the turf. Dribbles towards the near side and picked up by Virginia. Hooper skies a pass all the way towards the midfield line.
A top 20 battle in one of the nation's greatest venues for college lacrosse. It's the number 12 Syracuse Orange hosting the number 20 Duke Blue Devils, and you're watching it all right here on ACC Network Extra. Syracuse finally comes home after a grueling 5-game road trip that was capped off by a win Thursday, a 1-goal win over Princeton. The bad news, today marks their 4th game in 8 days, but the good news is it's Dome Sweet Dome once again. Welcome into the Carrier Dome in Syracuse, New York, alongside Maura Sheridan. I'm Dana Gray as we get set for Syracuse and Duke, which should be a great ACC battle. And Maura, Syracuse capping off that road trip with a victory, and in large part thanks to some help from one of their freshman superstars.
Sam Swart has come alive this year. 24 goals on the year, 7 multi-goal games, 3 goals the other day against Princeton. Man, she is a force to be reckoned with.
And it's allowed for a senior like Riley Donahue to adapt her game a little bit.
Last year, Riley Donahue was the go-to scorer for this team. This year, she's creating shots for her teammates with her fantastic passing.
And conversely for Duke, they're coming off a 6-game homestand, so they hit the road for the first time in a while, though you'd have to think they don't really care where they're playing when they have a draw specialist like Olivia Jenner.
One of the best in the nation. She's has 90 already on this season. She's very tall, 5'10", and she also has quick hands. That's a lethal combination in the circle.
Just a couple of moments away from game time as you get a look at Kirsten Kimmel. She's the only coach that Duke has known in the women's lacrosse program. A ton of honors for her, a 5-time ACC Coach of the Year. And on the other side, Gary Gate, his 10th season at the helm of the Orange, over a decade here, manning the sidelines in the Carrier Dome. His team 7-4, the Blue Devils 6-4. What's really important for the Orange, they have an opportunity to pick up that first conference win today. That could be huge. Welcome back inside the Carrier Dome in Syracuse, New York. You're watching ACC Network Extra alongside Maura Sheridan. I'm Dana Gray at the halftime break. It's 8-6, the lead for the visiting Duke Blue Devils over the Syracuse Orange, a great ACC battle. And we've got another great contest just a couple hours after this one concludes, right back here inside the Carrier Dome. Number 7, Notre Dame, taking on number 10, Syracuse on ESPNU. You can watch it right there for all the action. And a doubleheader here in the Carrier Dome. What are you expecting from that matchup later today, Maura?
It's a great day for Syracuse lacrosse fans. This is, again, 2 top 20 opponents for both teams, Duke, and now for the men's team, Notre Dame. Last year, these two teams fought it out.
They sure did. Fighting Irish were ranked first in the entire country entering that game with Syracuse, but it was the Orange. No surprise, a 1-goal game. How about the Cardiac Cuse last year? 9-2 in 1-goal games. Thankfully for the Orange, this was one of the 9. They come away with 11-10 victory, a huge defensive stand in the waning seconds down in South Bend. And the Orange came away with an 11-10 victory. That propelled them really in ACC play.